Tonight, you will be camping.
Oh, what?
I know. And you are only allowed to eat what you find dead at the side of the road.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be ranking the most hilarious moments where the Top Gear crew roasted our neighbours across the pond.
How much murdering happens here?
A lot. If you go 1 mile away here, you go to any street.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10, USA Muscle Car Road Trip.
Now, before the course opens, in the Bago.
Clarkson!
What?
I know it's you.
We're up to 40 miles an hour in the Bago. It's changed. Come on!
In Series 12, the trio embarked on a road trip from San Francisco to Bonneville, all driving American muscle cars. As you can expect from any Top Gear American trip, they spent most of the time insulting the locals, when they weren't discussing cars, that is. Hammond is the only one who seems to have a soft spot for muscle cars, while May complains about the radio and Clarkson about pretty much everything.
No, it's not.
Are these real Ram Air scoops?
No.
I'm sorry, Richard. It's
not
a joke
supposed to be a Rolls Royce. It's simple, it's fast, it's a worker's car. It's for blue-collar workers. It's
Are you
simple.
born in the USA or something? What has happened to you?
Eventually, May seems to settle in when the lads visit a casino and even make a friend. One of Clarkson's lines from the trip was so controversial, the BBC had to censor it to prevent upsetting too many Americans.
What are you doing?
I've just laid these black lines on the road, and I bet you can't do longer ones.
I bet you £1 million I can. This is what this car's for.
Number 9. Americans discover an atlas.
What exactly were they thinking of? This ambassador for the relaxed American way of travelling around in style has a 6.2-litre supercharged V8 developing 556 horsepower.
As we've already seen, Clarkson can be pretty brutal about American cars. One of his most biased reviews was of the Cadillac CTS-V, a flashy muscle car. Clarkson decided to get as sassy as possible, poking fun at them for discovering a world atlas. Then he goes on to sarcastically mispronounce Germany as badly as possible. Of course, he's making fun of the stereotype that Americans only learn about their own country.
To someone at Cadillac came across what in America is a very rare book called an atlas. In it, they found many strange and exotic places that weren't America. And one of these places was a continent called Europe. And in Europe, they found a country called Germany.
So he wasn't impressed by this first-gen CTS-V, but in the previously mentioned muscle car episode, May chose a second-gen and fell in love with it. This makes it a bit unclear whether the first-gen was worse, or if Clarkson just despises all American cars.
Trunk is on the front of an elephant, not the back of a saloon car, but they have no idea. Gas. Gas. They call a liquid gas.
Number 8. All American cars are rubbish.
Your Saturday night programme is a fat man falling off some foam rubber. All right, hey, we'll watch that. And they turn up in their millions.
Hammond and May both seem open to American cars. They happily discuss being curious about a new release, but Clarkson always interjects to tell them how strongly he detests any American automobile. One time, he ended up going on a huge tangent about how much better Europeans are than Americans.
With American muscle cars, which only the Americans
Why would you
understand.
want an American muscle? It's rubbish.
They're exciting.
It's
You've got a
rubbish.
big
It's like
engine.
it's
Why are we doing this?
tractor.
Right.
The debate gets increasingly heated until Clarkson and Hammond are aggressively shouting and gesticulating at each other. On the bright side, there's a dog in the studio who appears to love the energy. The debate seems to never end, with it carrying over into the Grand Tour, where Hammond is accused of secretly being an American.
The only thing he doesn't do that he should, as an American car enthusiast, is play golf.
Yeah.
Or do you mean, yeah?
Number 7. Lap and Braking Challenge.
It says here that each of our cars must complete 1 lap of the track. The target is 1 minute 10 seconds. Get points for every second under that time, and you lose points for every second over it.
Yeah, but the thing is, none of us have ever seen that track.
Yes, that's going to be tricky.
We're not driving.
This challenge comes from the first ever Top Gear special from Series 9. To test their trio of automobiles, they have the Stig's cousin take them for a spin. The segment begins with Clarkson insulting the track, but their anti-Americanisms come in full force when the Stig's cousin arrives. They're identical to the regular Stig, except slightly larger.
All we know is he's not the Stig, but he is the Stig's lorry-driving cousin.
And they also drive much slower, hence his name, Big Stig. Don't get your hopes up for him returning, this was his only appearance. There's been multiple cousins of the Stig over the years, however, such as Communist Stig and Janet Stig Porter. Number 6. Mispronouncing car brands. A lot of words are pronounced differently in the States.
Last weekend, parked on double yellow lines right outside where I wanted to be, okay? Took the children out for lunch, went to see James Bond, got back 5 hours later, 20 quid parking ticket.
This is only a natural part of languages, but many argue that brand names should be pronounced the same almost everywhere. Well, it seems in the southern states, they pronounce every single car brand differently, much to Clarkson's dismay. Even Hammond gets involved, joking about the southern accent, despite having the most positive opinion on Americans.
That's subtle.
Once we were all assembled, we broke out the map.
According to Clarkson, it was the globe's biggest dealership, but that's since been beaten by South Korea. He'd likely be happy to hear this, as he's far more critical of America than Korea.
Look at that road, look at it. You could just become mesmerized by the straightness of it. After a while, though, we became bored by the straightness of it.
Number 5. Asking about murders. The idea of guns being commonly available is a wild concept to most Brits.
How much murdering happens here?
A lot. If you go 1 mile away here, you go to any street.
This means when we visit America, a lot of us are often shocked by the quantity of guns. Here we see Clarkson jokingly ask a local car dealer about local murder rates. It turns serious fairly quickly, with the dealer explaining how common it is, and then frighteningly showing off 2 guns.
I've got you steak and cheese biscuit.
What?
And I bought you a fan.
Really?
Yeah, we got
That's
fans.
fantastic,
How do
mate.
you feel now?
Well, it would have been 3 if he could have found his shotgun. After learning this, Clarkson rushes to give Hammond a passive-aggressive phone call, warning him from entering a dangerous area, more for humor's sake rather than his safety.
That is a perfect car for the environment. $900.
And you can see why.
It's had a repair.
Well, Lee, don't do that.
Oh,
No,
It's got
leave it.
newspaper in it.
Number 4. Florida visit. Their first stop in the Series 9 road trip was Miami, Florida. As you may know, Florida has a particularly unique reputation. It's generally considered one of the wildest states, which makes it feel like hell on earth to Jeremy Clarkson.
This is a Chevrolet Camaro, the RS model. 5-litre V8 engine, 5-speed gearbox, rear-wheel drive, a full-on American muscle car.
This leads him to listing all the issues he has with the states. Hilariously, one of them is old people, which is ironic considering old people exist in all countries.
I've even got a functioning radio. Although there's only one station it'll pick up, which is gospel. Ready?
All 3 end up acquiring relatively cheap cars in Miami, with the American-loving Hammond choosing a pickup truck. May is fond of it, but as you might expect, Clarkson seems to despise the vehicle.
But the worst problem by a mile is the air conditioning, which, as you can probably see from the state of my shirt, is broken.
Number 3. American Corners. Our next quip comes not from Clarkson, but surprisingly from Hammond.
As we know, practice makes perfect. So I'm going to get some practice now before the course opens in the Bago.
While reviewing a car, he decides to make a joke about how bad American cars are at turning corners. Younger viewers might not have heard this stereotype before. It stems from the old perception of American cars being behemoths, with a focus on size and comfort.
Loved it. I paid £11,500 for it. They were more expensive then. And a year later, I was struggling to sell it for £4,000.
Over functionality. This is of course not entirely true, and the myth seems to be spread less these days. This was proven only a few minutes after Hammond's joke when he took the Cadillac smoothly around a corner.
The corner is as strange to Americans as a small meal or a president who can spell. American cars run off and cry when they see one.
Number 2, speaking hillbilly. There are plenty of clips online of Clarkson struggling to hear the more challenging English language accents.
Well, no, that one then. I mean, like I told these, I mean, this is if animals, if a horse or pushes, you'll pull a breath load now.
Whether that's the famous Gerald from Clarkson's Farm or Duncan Bannatyne from Dragon's Den. One of the funniest examples comes from the East Coast road trip episode. Clarkson went to 2 separate tire shops and couldn't comprehend a word either of their owners were saying. Thankfully, he gradually began enjoying their company, chatting with them about history, and watching them have a boogie. He didn't get his tire though, unfortunately, so had to drive the broken one all the way to Virginia.
Down at the tyre shop, the fitter only spoke hillbilly.
I got an old 4040, it takes a rim clamp to change them.
Number 1, running out of Alabama. The top spot has to go to one of the most provocative stunts ever performed on Top Gear.
Tonight, you will be camping.
Oh, what?
I know. And you are only allowed to eat what you find dead at the side of the road.
Alabama is infamous for being one of the more traditional states, to put it mildly. In the Series 9 USA special, the lads decided to paint each other's cars with phrases that may outrage Alabama locals.
Right, sit rep on the Camaro. Some of the headlights are working, the dashboard's come off, all the dials are broken. One radio speaker remains, however.
This turned into an absolute disaster. They only made it 1 petrol station into the state before they were chased away by a group of outraged locals. It was so terrifying, most of the chase wasn't caught on film. As far as making fun of Americans go, this is easily the moment where they push things a bit too far.
Actually, it all looked pretty promising. If this beats mine, I'm going to have to kill you. And I am in a Camaro, so don't think that won't happen.
Oh, it's a proud and noble thing.
Were there any particularly scathing moments we forgot to mention? Let us know in those comments below. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.